Okay, so rolling on with this back pain sort of work, and one of the things that we see pretty common is that people tend to have a little bit of hip issues along with their back pain. So this is particularly for those of you that have had hip impingement and all sort of flare-ups when it comes to your hip positions, particularly when you do squats. Now, most of us know or have been cued, squat with your bum back, and we sort of sit into this hip-driven, hip-loaded kind of squat, and we lose access or don't really generate much access to the knees. All right, so this is going to contradict what you might have heard in the past, and we're going to really dive after the details with regard to this. So Frank's going to just square up a little bit. Now, the first thing you're going to do on your squat, particularly if you're a hip person, is set up your thoracic spine. So you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your ribs, and zip your belly button in. And immediately we're in a nice, beautiful spine position. The second thing is actually going to be knee flexion, and then external rotation with a bit of abduction. So knees go forward and out, pause there, and we drive and look for range in the hips, okay? And instead of loading back and sitting back the entire time, Frank's actually now moving straight down. And as she goes, pause there, she'll be feeling a big stretch in the adductors, so in her groin, and that's really what we're looking for. Notice how the belly button has stayed drawn in. She's not dumping into this lumbar spine, and she's really driving out. So quads, groin, and obviously the hips and the hip extenders are going to be working really hard as she stands back up. Boom, okay? So be conscious of that. Knees forward, knees out, but do not lose your thoracic spine. That's going to shift that load in a nice center point in the whole foot rather than just your heel, and then you're going to generate force beautifully on the way back up. So if you get hip impingement or you grab at your lower back when you squat, think about what are your knees doing and then what are your hips doing in terms of the tracking and the movement. It'll make a big difference for you.